On a stormy night in 1972, a routine flight took a tragic turn. Eastern Airlines Flight 401, departing from New York's JFK Airport, was meant to be an uneventful journey. But it became one of the most chilling aviation disasters in history, and one that continues to haunt the skies to this day. Flight 401 was an overnight flight heading to Miami, Florida. On board was a crew of experienced professionals, including Captain Robert Loft, a veteran pilot, and First Officer Don Repo, a respected flight engineer. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. As the aircraft took off, everything appeared to be fine. But soon, a minor issue with the plane's landing gear indicator light would set off a series of events that would change everything. At 11:42 p.m, a warning light flickered on the cockpit panel, signaling a malfunction in the landing gear. Captain Loft and his crew, determined to make sure the plane was safe for landing, began to troubleshoot the issue. The problem seemed small, a faulty light, nothing more. But as the crew focused on fixing it, they became distracted, unaware that the autopilot had disengaged. And as they tried to solve the problem, the plane began to descend, slowly at first, unnoticed. In the confusion, the aircraft silently glided toward the Everglades, its altitude slipping lower and lower. And in the blink of an eye, the unthinkable happened. At 11:42 p.m, Flight 401 crashed into the swamps of the Florida Everglades, killing 101 people. The rest of the crew and some passengers miraculously survived, but the wreckage was a devastating sight. It would go down as one of the deadliest aviation accidents in history. But that wasn't the end of the story. Something even more sinister was about to unfold. After the crash, something strange began to happen. Over the next few years, multiple crew members and even passengers aboard other Eastern Airlines flights began to report sightings of figures they couldn't explain. Many claimed to have seen the ghostly apparitions of Captain Loft and First Officer Repo, often appearing to assist other pilots in the cockpit, as if they had never left. The most chilling of all was the sight of Don Repo's ghost, often seen in the galley of Eastern Airlines flights, silently assisting the flight attendants only to vanish moments later. The sightings became so frequent that some believed the spirits of the crew had never left the plane and were now forever tied to it. To this day, Flight 401 remains one of the most eerie and tragic accidents in aviation history. But even after the crash, the memory of those who perished that night continues to haunt the skies. Some say the spirits of Captain Loft and First Officer Repo still linger, watching over the planes that followed. Others believe that their tragic fate serves as a chilling reminder of the fine line between life and death, and the mystery of what happens after we're gone. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the skies and beyond. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more chilling stories like this one. And remember, sometimes the past never truly lets go.